I love this idea of PD on a plate, and so feel free, I'm going to make this a collaborative slide to add to this any ideas that you might have for PD. But I think this could also be used in the classroom as well. But let's talk about PD first. So right here we've got an appetizer. So starting out the meal, teachers will learn about retrieval practice by clicking on the appetizer. Once they watch that 1-minute video, they then can eat their sides, or they could go to their entree, depending on what type of eater they are. And then the entree is a little bit longer. It might be more details. So they're going to learn about choice boards. And then right here with the sides that they're going to learn guide on the side. It's a quicker video that they could use as maybe like a scaffold or some type of activity to help certain students to differentiate in their classroom. Dessert is over here and it's 90 seconds and it's talking about the Sesame Street quiz. So again, you can kind of see how this might be laid out for teachers to kind of explore their ideas. This might be focused on like using iReady, so like a program where students might focus on goal setting, then teachers might focus on that guide on the side idea, and then blended learning, like how to set up your classroom using iReady, and then using that iReady toolbox. So again, if we're talking about in classroom, maybe we put learning on a plate. And we can kind of think about what might be that appetizer, what might be that first thing that students do when they come in, and it might be like buzzwork. So buzzwork is a fun activity. I'm going to go ahead and try to find it on here. It's like when they walk in and they have something to do, and you can learn more by clicking the link. So right here is buzzwork. I'm going to copy and paste it onto our appetizer. And instead of 1 minute, this usually probably will take 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm able to, again, provide that for the students right in here. Over here, we can see we have a side. I might have my students working on some type of like maybe like sketch note or something like that, where they are maybe watching like an Ed puzzle video. And then I also want them to sketch note as they're watching that video. Right. And again, that's probably going to take maybe 10 minutes. So I'll go ahead and update that to say 10 minutes. And then for the remainder of the class, I might want them to work with like a this or that choice board. Okay, so I want them to work on like a this or that type of board, and we did a make and take on that type of activity. So if I go over here and I can search this or that, and right here is the make and take. So I would pick one of these boards, and I could have my students complete that kind of choice board, but it's also a little bit more controlled. So again, on these little icons, I can link things. And then again, that side dish, let me think of a fun, quick activity that my students could do. Maybe I want them to, let's see here. Oh, for the exit ticket, I definitely want them to do tabletop Twitter. So right here, I'm going to write tabletop Twitter. This again, that dessert is like the exit ticket. It's kind of like recapturing what they learned. This activity would probably take, I'm going to say 10 minutes because I do want them to collaborate as well. Okay, so again, you're looking at how much your class time takes, and you can add time to these little areas to say like, it might take this much time or it should take this much time. Still need that side dish. Let's see here. I'm going to have them doing this inference activity. So they look at an image and then they would make an inference. Oh no, we did Ed puzzle, but they could do that as well. So then there we go, learning on a plate. My students can travel around their plate and then they could do this. Another idea would be maybe creating like a buffet, and the students pick what they want on their plate to learn for that day. So maybe they need to pick one appetizer from the menu, one slide, one entree, and then maybe a dessert. So adding some choice in as well could be really good. Another thing that I saw that Adam Moeller had on his blog post this week is putting engagement level. And then you would just kind of use that information, and I could write like, this engagement level is really good, or this is the Hattie level, because I think teachers seeing that might help them want to learn about that activity as well.